everybody. Today I talk about Elon Musk motivation success story. Now start. Elon was born in South Africa. He was a bookworm. He was a bookworm and a word young boy who was really interested in computer and sci-fi. Instead of hanging out with my friends, he spent a lot of time reading. I was raised books and then my parents. He lived with his parents until the age of eight. But he did not see them much, and mostly he lived with underwater housekeeper. Musk said that the housekeeper was mainly there to make sure he didn't break anything. When his parents divorced, Musk said they feel like sorry his daddy. So it is a decision to move with father. But he soon realized that wasn't no idea. One interview, Elon described what he said. Oh, miserable child. His father was emotionally abused and turned on his children, only ordering Musk and his brother to sit silent for hours as he lectured them. He was such a terrible human being. You have no idea. My dad will have carefully thought out plan of evil. He would plan evil. Elon also claims his father verbal abuse to him when he was younger. That he didn't believe that Elon make something of his life to be successful. Didn't believe. After Elon moved to Canada, he received disapproval from his father. He said rather contestedly that I'd come back in 3 months. That I'm never going to make it. I'm never going make anything of myself. He called me He called me an idiot all the time. Musk was put in his classmates. One time, his classmates pushed him down. Concept straight well. One time, he was beaten so badly that he needed to go to hospital. They got my best friend to the field me to throw me out of hitting. So they could beat me up, and that hurt. For some reason, they decided was it, and they were going to after non-stop. That's what made growing up. That made growing up is very difficult. For a number of years, there was no respite. You guys chased a drought by a school who tired beat who tried to beat the hell out of me, and then I'd come home and it was be just as well. He very difficult, almost excruciating experience both at home and at school would eventually lead Musk to leave South Africa. Leave South Africa. So, how life changed when Elon Musk got his first computer. He immediately got interested in programming and started to learn by himself at age of 12. He earned $500 by sitting a computer game plaster, which he created by himself. When he was 17, he moved to Canada and attend Queen's University. 2 years later, he transferred to the University of Pennsylvania, where he received an economics economics degree and degree of physics. He began at PhD at Stanford University in 1995, but dropped out after 2 days to pursue an internet career. When I was in college, I wanted to invest in things, in things, uh, the world, the train world. He thought his the first company did to $300 million at the age of 26. He then founder paper when he sold paper. What makes him different from other billionaires is that his vision, a new ways of doing things that most people wouldn't even be able imagine 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 many people who have success in life. what do what you don't see behind the certain is the incredible trend of failure that brought him there. There's no clear prophecy for success. Even Musk couldn't uh, foretell how Tesla Motors would turn out, but he has explained, if you something is important enough, you should try, even if the proper outcome is a failure. Working crazy, long hours, and focus his efforts on making the world a better place. Elon life choice are an inspiration and motivation to all bring risks, bouncing back from failure, not giving in on a fear, and trying to achieve the impossible. There's much to learn. There's much to learn from courageous Elon Musk. Whether you want to be next Elon Musk, or do something really important to you, or doing something to support your family. You will face hardships on your way to success, and that's completely normal. That's the bad motor failure and gained knowledge because of his in overcoming the hardship. he will become unstoppable. So, what's your story?